Welcome to the regular meeting of the board. 2.02 is the Pledge of Allegiance, and if the student leaders of Liberty could please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, that would be wonderful. Please stand. There's the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 2.03, adoption of the agenda. It is recommended that the agenda for March 5th, 2025, regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees be approved as presented.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 3 is recognition. 3.01, Liberty Elementary School presentation. Mrs. Wells.
Good evening and welcome to Liberty Elementary. Tonight we have something very special for you. At Liberty we have something that's kind of unique, and that is that we have what's called a news crew. We have a team of student leaders that come, and every day they record our daily announcements. So I don't get to do announcements every day. They do the announcements and they video record them. And then we share that with the teachers, and they have those going off in the classroom every day so that students get to see it. So tonight, what we're going to do is they are going to give you a little sample of the great work that our students and staff get to see every day. So we are going to have Violet and Braylon come on up, and they are going to kick it off and give you a little sample of what you would see and give you a chance to get to know some of our students.
Good evening. My name is Violet.
And my name is Braylon, and this is the Liberty Rocket News.
We would like to welcome President Parks, Superintendent Dr. Stevens, and members of the school board.
And members of the community to Liberty Elementary.
Today is Wednesday, March 5th, 2025.
Now it's time for the joke of the day.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
I don't know when.
When it's fully grown.
Haha, that's funny.
Time for the fun fact of the day.
Did you know Liberty School has a time capsule from 1999? Now it's time for the habit of the day.
We are learning the 7 habits at Liberty Elementary. We have some students to tell us more about them.
What's your favorite habit? My favorite habit is practice. Ooh, habit 1, nice. Guys, what's your favorite habit? I have a can-do attitude, and I'm always gonna have to.
Hey Caesar, what's your favorite habit? Habit 2, Why is that your favorite habit?
Well, I like to keep everything ready, and I love how I'm doing, and my leadership program.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Hi, Nathan. Hi. What is your favorite habit? Habit 3. Why is habit 3? But first things first, your favorite habit. Because you guys look at the big ones before the little ones. And what are big and little ones? Big ones are stuff like doing your homework and habit is habit 4. Why is habit 4 big one way? Your favorite habit? It's because it's like teamwork and everybody works together instead of just one person. So you would not be very grateful. Yeah, that's a really good habit. Good feeling.
Why is the first to understand then be understood your favorite habit?
Because you can listen to your friend first and then people.
Well, that's great, Cousin.
Hello, listeners. What is your name?
Ada,
And what is your favorite habit?
habit 6.
Synergize?
Yes.
What is the reason? Why is that your favorite habit?
Because you can work together as a team, make new friends, and get more done.
Sounds nice. Sounds nice.
Hey, Susan, what's your favorite habit?
Habit 7.
Why is not your favorite habit?
Because I get to exercise and get my muscles out.
Well, that's good.
Did you know we have a service dog named Bo?
Here's Anna to tell us a little more about him.
Hi, this is Bo. And one thing that he helps me do is concentrate, and he comforts me.
We also have other leadership opportunities for kids here at Liberty.
Yes, we have a welcoming crew, patrols, a food crew, and a lost and found crew, and our student lighthouse team.
Here's our special reporter, Katana, will be helping us learn a little more about our student lighthouse team.
Hello, my name is Katana. I'm in 5th grade and I am here with.
Hi, I'm Legacy and I'm in 4th grade.
Hi, I'm Leo. Hi, I'm Leo and I'm in 4th grade. What can you do on Student Lighthouse team, Leo?
On Student Lighthouse team, we plan fundraisers and think of ways to make the school better.
What do you do? How often do you meet?
After school, once a month.
Legacy. What do you do at your meetings?
We plan fundraisers and think of things to help the school be better.
What fundraisers have we done so far?
We have done the sucker sale and the popcorn sale.
Leo, what have you done with the money?
We were saving up for a picnic table so teachers could take their class outside to eat lunch, or they could do like work out there.
Well, that's nice. Now back to Violet and Berlin.
Lots of kids at Liberty enjoy extracurricular activities too.
At Liberty, we have many things students can get involved in outside of school. We have a girls volleyball team and academic teams, such as Math Bowl, Spelling Bowl, and Spelling Bee. In the spring, we will also have track.
Our reporter Olivia will help us learn more about some of them.
Hi, my name is Olivia.
Hello, my name is Royce.
My name is Milo.
Hi, Royce. I heard you were involved in robotics. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, I can. Robotics is about building, programming, and finding the pieces to make a robot.
Okay. What was the hardest part of robotics?
To build and find the pieces and program your robot.
Okay. What was the main goal of the competition this year?
To get the ball in the goal.
Okay. Were there any problems with your robot?
Yes, it all went smooth until on the first competition our robot snapped.
Yeah, that does sound hard. What did you learn in robotics?
That robotics isn't just about building and programming robots. It's also about building a team and learning how to work together to be successful.
Hi Milo, can you tell us a little bit about basketball?
Yes.
What do you do at practices?
We usually start with group stretching and then we warm up before doing drills.
Okay. So how are the games going?
Pretty good because we won twice, but we did lose one.
Yeah, that sounds good. How have you improved in basketball since last year?
Me and the entire team, we're all working on being better defenders and passers.
Yeah, that does sound good. Thank you both for sharing. Now back to Violet and Braylon.
We have other great things happening at Liberty.
Our reporter Josiah is here with Miss Wells to tell us more about it.
Hi, I'm Josiah, and this is Mrs. Wells. All right, Mrs. Wells, this is your first year at Liberty Elementary and your first year at an elementary school. Can you tell us how it's going?
Thanks, Josiah. Thank you for being here. So I love being at Liberty. I was really lucky to come into a school where some great things were already happening. And this school has great students and staff. And every day I get to come to work and have fun and be part of learning.
What are some goals that you and our teachers have for us?
Well, our Lighthouse team has made a few goals for this year. First, we set out to have family events once a quarter and also to improve on our student attendance. For academic goals, we wanted to grow our math proficiency and also improve our early literacy.
How are those going so far?
I'm so glad you asked that. So first, we held a math night in October, and then we had our multicultural event in December. And last month, we had so much fun, and my feet hurt a ton, but we had our VIP dance in February. It's really a fun time to have our students and their families come out after school and just have a little bit of fun and be together. For our academic goals, last year you guys saw an 18% increase in iRead scores, so we're continuing to build on that success. One way that we are doing that is with a tool called Amira, and something that I'm really proud of with our students is that right now, as of last time I checked, our students have read 6.69 million words on Amira so far this year. That's just this year. And district-wide, we've read 16 million. So Liberty counts for 6 million of those, which is pretty amazing. We've also found that with Amira, our students that are meeting the goals that we've set for them, they've had 66% more growth than students that aren't meeting the goals with Amira. So that's one tool that really does work if we're using it. Another thing that we're doing is UFly, and that helps with phonetics, and that is another tool that we're seeing great growth with. For math, we're close already to hitting our end of the year goal. We saw with the middle of the year diagnostic data that we were just 10% off from hitting our end of the year goal with iReady, which is amazing. Our students are putting in a lot of hard work, and our teachers have been assigning lessons in iReady. They've been setting wigs with their classes, and I've had a lot of fun talking to students about their leadership binders and learning about their wigs. We've also been doing a math facts challenge every month to try to work on some of those basic level skills and get together as a grade level.
That's awesome. What is something that makes you proud of Liberty?
I could go on for a long time, but I'll start with talking about our teachers and staff. They're really here for the students, and they work together so well as a team. Our teachers are constantly looking at student data and thinking about the whole person to try and see what changes we need to make, and then they make them. Also, I'm proud of our students. Every day that I'm with you guys teach me something new, whether it's about dinosaurs or some kind of fun fact when I watch the news, and you guys show me a different way to be kind to people. So every day that I'm here, you guys make me better.
What are you looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Short term, we have a pep rally this Friday because we have kicked off state testing season, and we are going to find some joy in our learning through these assessments, and we're going to celebrate our learning. I'm also looking forward to seeing how our students continue to grow throughout the year, and there's a lot to look forward to in the spring.
All right, that's it. Have a nice night, Ms. Wells.
Very good.
So cute.
We hope you've learned a little more about Liberty,
where we reach for the stars. Have a great day or not. The choice is yours.
Thank you for visiting Liberty Elementary. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone.
So as we end Liberty's presentation tonight, I just wanted to thank our student leaders that presented, and they worked really hard to prepare for tonight's meeting. They practiced, they went through their lines, and they really wanted to make sure that they represented our school well. So I wanted to make sure that we gave them a special shout out. I also wanted to thank Mr. Clune and Mrs. Landis for working with the students to get them ready, and also for making the video to showcase some of our students that couldn't be here tonight. And thank you for our staff that came out as well. Thank you for coming to Liberty and getting a little glimpse of what we're doing here.
Thank you. Very well done. All right, moving on to 4 is comments and questions from the floor. 4.01, representatives of Mishawaka Parent Group. 4.02, representatives of school employees. 4.03, representatives of Mishawaka Education Foundation. We have Angie speaking on behalf.
Thank you. Am I on?
It's the other one. Oh, no, it's that one.
I think she had the right one, and then
Thank you.
it's her.
Am I on? Okay. Couldn't tell from up here. Just a couple of things to share with you. We had a virtual MEF meeting last week, and MEF is happy to grant the following at our last meeting. One is a VO2 Max machine, and is to help our MHS science classes understand and apply information on student and staff body performance. And the grant was for $8,100. Also, we are looking, planning the annual event One Day in the Sun to promote mental health with School City of Mishawaka, staff and community, and that grant is for $5,000. Also a reminder, upcoming event, MEF Major Saver, will be sold at the end of this month with our elementary students. However, this year, the card will be digital, and it will be amazing. So please try on promoting it and buying it. Thank you from MEF.
Thank you. 4.04 is the general public, and no one has signed up to speak. So before we start the business portion, if anyone else would like to leave, this is your opportunity to escape. Okay. Thank you for coming. 5 is the consent agenda. 5.01 is the approval of the minutes of the February 5th, 2025 meeting. It is recommended that the Board of School Trustees approve the minutes of February 5th, 2025 board meeting as presented. 5.02, approval of bill warrants and payroll. It is recommended that the board approve the bill warrants and payroll in the amount of $7,430,728.23 from the appropriate funds. 5.03, Approval of Form 9, 2024, Period 2 report. It is recommended that the Board of School Trustees approve Form 9, 2024, Period 2 report. 5.04, Financial Transparency Report. It is recommended that the Board of School Trustees approve the financial transparency, we're just going to move past that, report for July 1st, 2024 to December 21st, 2024, period. 5.05, approval of donations. It is recommended that the School Board of Trustees approve the donations as listed and presented. 5.06, approval of the overnight field trips. It is recommended that the Board of School Trustees approve the overnight field trips as listed. 5.07, approval of the Modified State Board of Accounts requisition form. It is recommended that the Board of School Trustees approve the Modified State Board of Accounts requisition form. 5.08, approval of the consent agenda.
Move for approval.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 6 is reports and discussion items. We have nothing. 7 is human resources. 7.01, personnel report. Mr. LeBon.
Good evening, President Parks, members of the board. This evening, we're recommending the appointment of 4 classified positions, 3 extra duty assignments, and 2 volunteer positions for your review. Also appearing on the personnel report this evening is the recommendation to appoint 2 administrative positions, both within our operations department. First, the administration recommends the appointment of Mr. Ken Kahlenbach as SEM's next Director of Operations. For nearly 9 years, Ken has served as the Assistant Director of Operations for Mishawaka, and in this role, he has overseen the Transportation Department and supported custodial, maintenance, and then the broader operational functions of the corporation, including serving as a vital member of the school safety team at the district level. Ken brings extensive experience from his tenure serving as Assistant Director, which along with his many years of dedicated service to the community through the Mishawaka Police Department will certainly serve SCM well for many years to come. Pending your approval this evening, Ken will officially assume the position effective tomorrow, March 6, 2025. Next, we're recommending the appointment of Mr. Justin Smith as Assistant Director of Operations. Justin has been a valued member of the SEM Maintenance Department, serving as the corporation's electrician since 2015. His expertise in the field has been a significant asset to Mishawaka. In addition to his technical skills, Justin demonstrates strong leadership capabilities and a strong ability to identify cost-saving measures without compromising the quality of work, something that's very important. And with that, we're confident that he will continue to be a value contributor to the operations department, working and serving alongside Ken and the rest of the team as well. On the report this evening, you're going to notice that his effective date is July 1, 2025. I do intend to bring back a revised date at a future board meeting. However, his actual start date will be contingent on our ability to backfill his current position in the maintenance department serving as an electrician. So shameless plug for those in the audience and the several people watching online. If you know of anyone yourself, mishawakaschools.com/employment, we're looking for an electrician. With that, and again, following the board vote, I will invite both Mr. Kahlenbach and Mr. Smith to the podium to say a few words. Before we get there, I do have 5 retirements that I'd like to briefly acknowledge this evening. In alphabetical order from top to bottom, first is Mrs. Debbie Anderson. Debbie has been a dedicated educator at John Young Middle School since 1997. She briefly served as a computer teacher. The majority of her 28-year tenure has been as an art teacher serving at the middle school, and that is where she will finish her career at the end of the current school year. Second, Mrs. Diana Betzer. For the past 5 years, Diana has served in various food service roles, including cashier, and most recently as the food service manager at Twin Branch Elementary. Diana's last day with SEM was the 14th of February. Next, Miss Lori Shaliel. Lori has dedicated the past 22 years to serving as a school counselor for Mishawaka. Throughout her tenure, she has worked tirelessly to support and advocate for thousands of students, helping them navigate academic and personal growth. Lori will retire at the end of the school year. Next, right here from Liberty, Mrs. Jill Snyder. Jill has dedicated the past 33 years to teaching second grade within Mishawaka. She began teaching at Mary Phillips and then Battelle Elementary School before transitioning here to Liberty in 2002, again, where she continues to serve. Jill will conclude her tenure with Mishawaka at the end of our current school year. And last but not least, Ms. Karen Wilson. Karen has dedicated the past 12 years to serving in the various food service utility roles. Her tenure with Mishawaka began in 2008 as a substitute in both custodial and food service positions before transitioning into a permanent role in 2013, where she served until her last day on the 20th of February. That said, on behalf of the board, the administrative team, we want to wish Deb, Diana, Lori, Jill, and Karen the very best in their next chapter, and we extend our sincerest appreciation for their many years of service to Mishawaka. As always, happy to answer any questions the board may have, and again, I'll invite Ken and Justin to the podium following the vote, but it's recommended that the board approve the personnel report dated March 5th, 2025 as presented.
Move for approval? Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Ken?
I'll be short. Well, good evening, President Parks, board members, Dr. Stevens, and all the others that have joined us here tonight. I'd just like to say I'd like to thank the interview committee, Dr. Stevens and the board for allowing me this opportunity, having the confidence and trusted me to do the job. I've been here, like Mr. Laban said, for past 8.5 years or so. I've been lucky enough to work under two great directors, so I've got to learn a lot under them, as well as my relationships that I've built with other administrators, teachers in the corporation. I'm hoping it'll be a smooth transition. Justin Smith, I think I feel lucky to be able to promote from within. Someone that already knows the district, has been working here. I think a lot of people have confidence in him to do the job as well. He's very good at what he does. He's going to be hard to replace, but it's going to work out best that he has this opportunity to move up as well. As far as an administrative assistant, they're going to be from within as well, so I hope my transition into this position will go smooth with the two that we have picked to help out in this position. So, any questions?
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Very good, congratulations.
And congratulations, Justin, to you.
Is he coming up?
You want to come up and say a few words?
Well, thank you. I've been here for 11 years, and I'm glad that you guys have the confidence that I'm going to get this job done. We have some good ideas, and me and Ken together, we're going to get some stuff done here. So thank you again, and thank you.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Okay. 7.02 is approval of the employment with individual employees. Mr. Laban.
Thank you, President Parks. Pursuant to Indiana Code, it is recommended that the Board of School Trustees approve employment with the individuals as listed in the administrative content.
There's no vote.
Move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 7.03, approval of the 2025 SEM organizational chart. Mr. Laban.
Thank you, President Parks. As part of our ongoing efforts to improve efficiency, communication, and role clarity within the corporation, the administration has conducted a thorough review of our current organizational structure after careful consideration and also keeping a very close eye and ear to anticipated changes that are happening both at the state and at the federal level in terms of property taxes and funding for public schools. We are presenting an updated organizational chart that reflects changes in leadership and in departmental realignments. This revised structure is designed to enhance collaboration and streamline decision-making, ultimately to ensure that responsibilities are clearly defined across all levels within the district. Again, this is a net reduction of 3 positions specifically from the administration from what we've seen in the past as well. That said, happy to answer any questions that the board may have, but it is recommended that the board approve the 25 organizational chart as presented.
Move for approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to 8, Curriculum Instruction and Technology, 8.01, approval to apply for the 2025 Spring Common School Technology Loan. And we have Allie Parr speaking.
Good evening, President Parks, Dr. Stevens, and members of the board. The administration is seeking approval in order to apply for the 2025 Spring Common School Technology Loan. The amount of the requested loan is $495,300. Advances from the Common School Fund are determined according to the rank of school corporations that have the least assessed valuation per average daily membership. School City of Mishawaka has one of the lowest assessed valuations per ADM in the state and should have no issue receiving these funds. The Common School Fund loans for technology purposes have a 1% interest rate and will be paid back over 5 years. School City of Mishawaka is eligible to receive $100 per our February 2025 ADM, or approximately $495,300. The administration would like to utilize the proceeds of this loan for the purchase of student Chromebooks, licenses, cases, and repair service plans to support the student one-to-one refresh cycle. I'm happy to entertain any questions or ask you to email Matt Modlin.
Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 8.02, Project Lead the Way, PLTW Step Up Indiana STEM Grant, Dr. Stockstill and Ryan Mitchell.
Thank you. Good evening, President Parks, Dr. Stevens, members of the board. School City of Mishawaka, through your leadership as a board, has significantly invested in STEM, ensuring awesome learning opportunities for our students. Mr. Mitchell, who leads and coordinates these K-8 initiatives, is here tonight to share about the impact of this investment and exciting news about a grant that furthers our STEM efforts.
All right, good evening, President Parks, Dr. Stevens, members of the board. I'm here today on behalf of the STEM teachers to kind of explain what we've been doing over the last few years. We're in our 4th year now of STEM as a special class that all SCM students in elementary get to take. As I was thinking about what I wanted to say today, I just think it's kind of incredible how well it was planned out. We talked to other districts and kind of took a stab at what we thought would be the best modules to teach the different grade levels, and for the most part, we've kind of stuck with that. As we've gone through the process of teaching those modules, we've realized that some modules are better than others, some teach the standards better than others, and so we've kind of refined that, and we haven't had to replace a whole lot, but the stuff we do have to replace is expensive, so what I'm going to present tonight kind of helps us do that. So, first of all, these are the modules that we teach, so we want to make sure that we're hitting as many standards as we can in our special class so that we can make sure our students are ready to go when it comes to testing, and so they're good thinkers and problem solvers when they get to be adults. So you can see those there. I won't go through each individual one, but that's our alignment there, kindergarten through 6th grade. Here's some data, the I Learned Science data for 4th grade. You can see that we've definitely seen some improvement as you look at individual schools, but again, even compared to the state. And what I've told the principals, and we've talked as STEM teachers, I don't even care as much about the green and the blue. I just like to see how little red there is. You know, we don't expect everybody to be knowledgeable about every single thing, but we want them to know stuff, right? So seeing fewer students below proficiency is great to see on those charts. For 4th grade, if you look at 6th grade, similar improvements across the board. Certain schools are showing really good improvement, but overall, when we talk to students, you can tell that there's a difference in, again, how they think about science and how they solve problems. In October, we applied for a grant through Project Lead the Way, and we were able to ask for up to $5,000 per school. And so we kind of targeted our needs. We explained, you know, what we're trying to do, how we'd like to improve our program, and we were fortunate enough to get $5,000 per elementary school. So with that money, you can go to the last one. Every school, again, every elementary school got that $5,000 award, and because we're committed to having every student in Project Lead the Way, we've also been recognized as a distinguished school at every elementary for the last 2 years. And then finally, with our grant, there were certain requirements we had to get equipment and professional development through, but we're able to improve our inventory of equipment. So you can see the different robotics kits and construction kits there. The equipment that we need for labs and things like that, we've been able to replace those as well. And it's really exciting that we, again, are district-wide. Every single student's going to benefit from this. So it's not just, you know, one school or one classroom. Everybody's going to benefit. So I appreciate your time, and that's all I have.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, moving on to 8.03, Indiana graduates prepare to succeed. Update, Dr. Stockstill.
Thank you. Good evening again. The current accountability system for Indiana is Indiana Graduates Prepare to Succeed, also known as GPS. This dashboard is public-facing, and it shows a number of key indicators for schools and districts. Currently, there are 4 headline indicators. That means they're indicators that have goals, that have a set time period in which they want as a state to reach these goals, but also for schools and districts to strive towards those goals. On this slide, it shows you Indiana statewide data, and this is statewide data and progress towards those goals. For example, you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner the 6th grade math growth. This is the number of 6th grade students that have met their growth targets on Math I Learn. And they statewide currently are at 33.1%, and the goal is 45.8% in 2030. Please note that when you're looking at these headline indicators for the statewide data, that only 3rd grade and 6th grade are currently up to date from the DOE. The rest are what I would call lagging behind. They've not been updated from the IDOE, but they still want us to hit those growth targets, and so you'll see that with the other headline indicators. This is the display for School City of Mishawaka. It shows our headline indicators for the indicators, as you know, that are up to date. You'll see for those indicators, the barometer shows we are in the green and making progress towards the established goal. We did show a dip in our 6th grade math growth by 2.5%, but we're still about 1% away from the state average, but we still know there's a need to continue supporting our 6th grade students in meeting their growth targets on I Learn. There are additional indicators that you are able to see for all schools and districts on the GPS. However, for this evening, I'm just going to highlight a few of the indicators. The first indicator we're going to look at is one of our headline indicators, and that is iRead. The following shows our 3rd grade performance on iRead. We increased by over 6% and are within 3% of the state average. What you see from the line graph here is our corporation is in blue and the state is the line that is in the dark gray. We are closing the gap, as you can see, with the state average. We're the closest we have been in over 10 years. However, we know our goal is to exceed the state average as we continue to do this important work, and as you heard from Liberty Elementary, who's making a significant investment and focus on early literacy today. The next highlight is the high school SAT. This shows the indicator for the high school, and it's the number of students who met the benchmark on the SAT for both math and English language arts. The state, in the same structure as I read, the state is the line that is dark gray, and you'll see that the state, like the nation, saw a decrease in SAT performance of about 5%, so that trend was seen at the state and national level. MHS has been intentionally working on improving performance, and despite the state and the nation decreasing, they actually saw an increase. They are also closing that gap with the state average and are on track and really focusing on surpassing that because they know there's still more work to do, and they're being very intentional in their school improvement efforts to not only close that gap, but to exceed state performance. The final highlight today we're going to look at is coursework. What this means is that our school system is offering courses to students prior to 9th grade that they can earn high school credit. So they start high school as a 9th grader with some high school credit. And this shows the percent of our students that entered 9th grade who earned high school credit. And you can see we had an increase, and we previously offered advanced math, world language, and PE. However, next year you're going to see even bigger increase on this indicator because John Young is implementing a new coursework sequence to provide more students with the opportunity to earn credit prior to high school. So you'll expect to see an even greater one that I hope exceeds the state average next year. And this school year, what I'm talking about is John Young is offering CTE, Career Technical Education courses to the majority of all 8th grade students. They have the opportunity not only to learn about the pathways that they have the opportunity to select at Mishawaka High School, but they can also earn high school credit. The courses that are offered right now at John Young are Intro to Computer Science, Exploring Education Professions, Introduction to Business, and Intro to Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics. This is intended to get students excited about future learning, and you can see this excitement in the pictures. These are some of the students from our Exploring Education Professions course led by Mrs. Hawk, and they are visiting Beeger and MHS. So not only are they learning about the field of education, but they actually are going out into the field of our schools to learn more about that field, and if that's a pathway they would be interested in high school or beyond. We appreciate our John Young teachers who are teaching these courses and the support that they have received from the high school in making these courses possible at the middle school level. In short, we have many achievements to celebrate, and we also have areas, as we've shared, that we need to improve. We use the GPS to guide creation of our school improvement plans and track data throughout the year. Thank you for this opportunity to share, and at this time, I would like to open the floor for any questions or comments.
I'm glad to see improvement. I love that. So thank you for letting us know. Moving on to 9, Business and Operations. 9.01, Public Hearing for the First Amendment to Lease and Additional Appropriations of Proceeds Bonds. Dr. Stevens.
Thank you, President Parks. Very similar to how we proceeded last meeting. In just a minute, I'm going to have President Parks open the public hearing for the combined First Amendment lease and the additional appropriation of proceeds of bonds. So it's one hearing, but it's for both items. And part of that reason for that is folks have comments that they want to make during this hearing. Then for both resolutions, point 9.02 and 9.03, we'll invite Mr. Tom Everett up from Barnes & Thornburg to help, 1, answer any questions that may arise, and then 2, inform the board about any information within those resolutions if you have questions about those items. So with that, if you don't mind, President Parks, I'm going to have you open and close the public hearing at this time.
All right, so public hearing for the public comment is open. And the public hearing is closed. 9.02, approval of the resolutions of the Board of School Trustees regarding execution of the First Amendment to lease and all other matters. Dr. Stevens.
Thank you again, President Parks. And yes, coming up to the podium, Mr. Thomas Everett will speak to this resolution, and then we will ask for your potential approval.
Good evening, Dr. Stevens and members of the board. Tom Everett with Barnes & Thornburg. So as has been discussed at previous board meetings, the school corporation has considered entering into a First Amendment to lease with the Mishawaka 2001 School Building Corporation, which would allow the building corporation to then issue bonds not exceeding $45 million to finance the new Hums Elementary School project. The school statute requires that a public hearing be held before entering into a lease or into an amendment to an existing lease. And so with the public hearing now being held at this meeting, this resolution takes final action to approve the First Amendment to lease and authorizes execution of the First Amendment to lease by the officers of the board. Assuming the building corporation bonds are issued later this spring, the First Amendment would extend the term of the current lease until 2047 with an increased annual lease rental not to exceed $6.5 million. The school corporation would levy a tax to pay the lease rentals under the lease, and then the building corporation would use those lease rentals to pay the debt service on the bonds. And I'm happy to answer any questions the board might have.
All right, is there a motion?
Move for approval. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Dave's on mute.
Oh, I got you.
9.03, approval of appropriations resolution of the Board of School Trustees. Dr. Stevens?
Yes, thank you. Mr. Everett has done such a nice job. He's going to continue and explain a little bit about 9.03, and then again, after he is done, we're recommending your approval. So go ahead, sir. I apologize. I mumbled that a little bit.
No, thank you. So this resolution appropriates the proceeds of the bonds to be issued by the building corporation to fund the new Hums Elementary School project. So what this resolution does is appropriates an amount not to exceed $45 million, which matches the maximum amount of the bonds to be issued. And this resolution also then authorizes the school corporation to file a report of the additional appropriation with the Department of Local Government Finance. And I'm happy to answer any questions on this resolution as well.
Is there a motion?
I move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you so much. 10 is policy updates. We have nothing. 11 is superintendent's report and action items. Dr. Stevens?
Thank you, President Parks. I have a few informational items to share with the board tonight and no action items. The first, the Unified Champions and Special Olympics have shared that today, Wednesday, March 5, is Spread the Word Day. This is when people worldwide rally to end the use of hurtful language to create a more inclusive future for everyone. So whether you're a student, a teacher, coach, or a parent, challenge those around you to take the pledge, and together we can create a society where everybody is valued, celebrated, and free from the impact of harmful stereotypes. To that end, in a very similar vein, the Polar Plunge update. Mishawaka High School participated in the Polar Plunge at Four Winds Field on February 22nd. Weather was nice, but not that nice. In any event, if you didn't know, the students raised $3,600 that day for Special Olympics, and we'd simply like to thank everybody who donated to support the caveman plungers during that time. So a huge thank you to those fine folks. Next, and I think Principal Wells may have mentioned this a little bit, IREAD 3 and the SAT assessment season is upon us. If you sense a bit of stress in our respective buildings and teachers over the coming months, it may be because the assessment window has officially opened. They're both currently open right now, and of course we want to wish the staff and of course the students the best of luck as they're going through these assessments. Next up, the School City of Mishawaka Distinguished Teachers have been announced, and it's important for the community to know how many qualified educators are employed with School City of Mishawaka. This year, 19 elementary teachers and 11 secondary teachers have been nominated by their peers to be Teacher of the Year. I continue to be humbled by the number of quality teachers that we have, and this process always showcases that fact. So congratulations to all of those distinguished teachers, and we'll find out who the respective winners will be following spring break. And last, before I wrap up, a special thanks to Principal Wells, her respective staff, and of course the students for hosting us here at Liberty tonight. I think as we say at every meeting when we go on the road show, we know it takes a little bit of work, a little bit of effort, but I know the board, I don't make it a habit to speak for them, but they appreciate being out in the buildings and appreciate the hosting that you guys have put on here yet again tonight. So with that, if there are no further questions for me, President Parks, I turn it back over to you.
Thank you. 12 is communications. 12.01, public announcements. The next meeting of the School City of Mishawaka School Board of Trustees will be April 16th, 2025 at Twin Branch Elementary. We will be coming back from spring break, so everyone will be nice and tan and chipper and ready for summer. So if there's nothing else to come before the board, thank you again for hosting. Great done. Have a good night. Meeting's adjourned.
Very good.